Hey everybody, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite Walmart knife and also cheap knives in general. Okay? Alright, so let's get started. I've done videos of these knives before, and this is a fixed blade, full tang, pretty compact knife. I have relegated this knife to the kitchen since I bought it, and it has done nothing but superb job. I mean, it cuts and slices, processes food brilliantly. Love it. And not a single spot of rust. Stainless steel. I don't know what steel, but stays reasonably sharp. And be honest with you, for $5.99, this is probably one of the best value fixed blades you can ever buy. But it's not my favorite. If I had to pick a fixed blade, a small compact fixed blade, maybe I can say this is my favorite small compact fixed blade because it's so cheap, so durable, and very functional. All right, now these three here, I bought these two first because I couldn't find that was out of stock. As everybody knows, it's a very popular knife, and I'll be honest with you, I have absolutely no idea why. I guess because of the axis lock or the crossbar lock. It is, the action is awesome and everything, and it does come pretty sharp up straight out of the box. But for edge retention, it really sucks. I mean, you can use this thing a couple of times, and you'll have to go sharpen it. And to be honest with you, it's very difficult to sharpen. Not because it's hard steel or anything like that. Be honest with you, sharpening takes a while to get it right. It just seems like once you lose that factory edge, it's very hard to get the edge uniformed properly, sharp evenly all the way from back to tip properly to cut anything smoothly after that, after you lose that factory edge. So but I mean, for regular cutting and slicing, it does the job. For finer detail cutting and slicing, I wouldn't rely on this. This is one of the more expensive pocket knives Walmart sells, and it's, in my opinion, the not the best. This one here is a framer lock, pretty heavy duty. It's got like a worn clip, sheepsfoot, or however you want to call it, a shaped blade, and reasonably sharp. Not razor sharp, but enough to get the job done. Okay. Pretty decent knife. I can't complain too much about it. And here is my favorite Walmart knife. Highly underrated. And both of these have a safety feature, actually. This thing here, right here, is a lock. Once you push that forward, the knife cannot be opened. It's locked. And you have to open it, and you have to pull it back to be able to flip it open. I use a combination of a slightly touching the thumb stud and the flipper to get it open. It opens just like an assisted knife, assisted opening. That's how fast and smooth it opens when you use the flipper and the thumb stud together. It just pops right up. All right, so this knife here has the same safety feature. You push that forward right there like that, and the knife will not open. Oh, it opened. Wait a minute. Let me close that and start over. Let me see what I did wrong here. I pushed that forward, and the knife will not open. Okay, I didn't push it forward far enough forward. Okay, so it's not going to open. Now you pull it back. Now it opens. I did remove the thumb studs because the one on the left side fell off, and the right one on the right side was just on there, and I had no need for that, so I just took the right one off. And to be honest with you, taking the thumb studs off, I think makes the blade look longer, and also I like the aesthetics of it. And unlike this one, which if you just use only the flipper, it's a slightly harder to get it to open smoothly. So you do kind of need the thumb stud here, but on this one, you don't need the thumb stud at all. The flipper is very smooth. The action is very smooth. And this happens to be my favorite because it's reasonably sharp. It has completed all the tasks I needed it to perform without any trouble. To be honest with you, this opens bags and packages better than this. Okay. After I lost the factory edge, like I said, it was hard to sharpen it and strop it to get it the way it was. This here, I've been using it since I bought it, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I even lost the factory edge. It's still sharp. I have stropped it, and it remains sharp and very usable. Whereas this one, I have sharpened it and stropped it, and I just can't get it to be slicey as it used to be when I first bought it. And I've tried every method, different angles, and just can't get it to perform as new. So I don't know. This one here, absolutely no trouble. Now let's talk about comparing these two expensive knives. Most people, for whatever reason, they want to compare this to the Benchmade Bug Out. I don't know why. I'm almost certain the Benchmade Bug Out is going to be slicier, cuts better, edge retention a lot better. I'm sure it's like way better knife than this, right? Okay, so there's no comparison. The Benchmade, I'm sure the Benchmade Bug Out, I'm sure it's gonna be a lot better knife than this. Now, is it $200 worth more, or 200, or some? I think in some cases, yeah, I think in some cases the Benchmade Bug Out is almost right there, $200, and this is only $10. So is it like $190 more better? Probably not, because Benchmades are overpriced. But comparing the sliciness and the duty of a knife, definitely the Benchmade Bug Out is gonna be better, right? Now this knife, what can this knife be compared to that Benchmade makes? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I just got through watching a video about the Benchmade 940 Osborne. And most people who love that knife will brag about how they can use that knife to open paint cans, and they can use it as like a pry bar, and you know, it's just like a tank, built like a tank, and how it's just, the blade is so strong, you can do this and you can do that with it. And then, you know, the more I listen to people like that talk about the Benchmade 940 Osborne, I get the impression that, why are you doing all that with a almost $300 knife? You know, when you can do all that actually with this here, which was what, $7.90 some cents right here. Okay, this is stainless steel. You can open paint cans with this. You can use this as a pry bar. It's steel, folks. This is steel. Okay, and guess what? Oh yeah, you're gonna say, well, yeah, I bet you if you do a tip test and try to break the tip, this cheap Ozark tip will break before the Osborne tip will. Okay, so let's say you did do something really crazy with this knife and broke the tip. Okay, well, keep using it until you get to a Walmart and buy yourself another $8 one of these to replace it. Okay, because if you're gonna treat a $300 knife like it was a beater knife, okay, and you're gonna brag about how the tip won't break, well, I hope the tip don't break. It's a $300 knife. It shouldn't break, right? But I bet you it will. Nothing's unbreakable. Okay? Now, if you were to tell me that Osborne did all that, open paint cans, and you could use it as a pry bar and all this and that, right? And you can tell me honestly that that knife will still cut like a lightsaber. I mean, it can still cut through almost anything you cut, like hot knife through butter. If you can tell me that honestly, then yeah, that knife is truly worth $300, and that's probably the best knife in the world, right? But we all know that's not true, because most people who honestly talk about the Benchmade Osborne 940, they will tell you it is not the sliciest knife. It is not. It does not cut very well. Okay, but it's a great knife because the blade is durable, and you can use it for almost any multitask, like as if it was a beater knife. Man, if you're buying a $300 knife to go beat up on it, okay, and then when you go to use it for finer tasks like cutting and slicing and things like that, and it doesn't do a very good job of that, to me, just go buy a $9 or $8 or $7 stainless steel knife, because you can beat this up all day. And like I said, if you can break stainless steel, and look at the thickness of this spine right here. If you can break that doing whatever you're doing, first of all, you have no business really doing that with a pocket knife. Enough. I mean, if you're doing something to break steel, you really shouldn't be doing that with a pocket knife. You should just invest in a pry bar, okay? But anyway, yeah. So the logic of people comparing the Osborne to a Spyderco or a surgical quality blade that other companies make, or other knives have, is ridiculous. The Osborne is, just, I don't know why people like that knife. It's an ugly knife to me. If you want to carry a knife that acts like a pry bar, like I said, you don't have to spend $300 to do that. Okay, and this knife here, guarantee you, cuts and slices just as good as a Benchmade Osborne. And it is so easy to strop and keep sharp. And here it is. This is my most favorite Walmart Ozark Trail knife. Smooth action, liner lock, flipper, open, pocket carry. The only thing I don't like about it is it's tip down. I do prefer tip up, but I can't, other than that, I can't complain about it. This knife has done everything I put it to task. And this knife here, if you're looking for a real cheap knife that you could beat up on and do a lot of cutting with and just do a lot of work with in something strong, I'd go with this. This is almost like almost $1 and some change, or even $2 cheaper. This one here, if you gotta have it, and go and buy one. It's only $10, and you'll find out for yourself if you like it or not. I mean, like I said, it doesn't cut and slice the way it used to right out of the box when it was brand new, but it still cuts and slices with a little bit more effort. It doesn't cut and clean. It doesn't cut and slice clean like it used to, but you can get the job done still with this knife. Yep. So I still recommend if you got money to spend on a $10 knife. Now this knife you can beat up on and stuff like that, but I don't think this knife here would take as much punishment as this. I mean, this knife here, just the feel of the whole thing is just more hefty and more solid. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, everybody went crazy for this knife, but at the same time, these knives here went unnoticed, and these knives here are not bad at all. I mean, they're not good or excellent, but they're not bad either. I mean, they're just knives that you can use to get the job done. And if I want a small fixed blade knife, I'd go with this. I bet you I can baton with this and do all sorts of things. I mean, it's a pretty hefty knife. For the money, $5, like less than $6. Yep. So go check this one out. You'll like it. I mean, if you like a knife for the same reason you like a Benchmade Osborne, where you could just beat it up, treat it like a beater knife, and do all sorts of things that you shouldn't really be doing with a knife, but you want to use it as a pry bar, you want to dig with it and whatever. If you're gonna do all that, please go buy a cheap knife and do it with a cheap knife. I mean, not like a $2 flea market knife that's gonna fold on you or break on you instantly. I'm talking about a decent quality knife, no name brand knife, but it's made decently, made pretty hefty. Got a liner lock, decent heft to it, you know. Nothing out of a bubblegum machine or anything like that. This is, in my opinion, a pretty decent knife. The hardware, you can see, it's pretty decent. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, and see you on the next one.